guess we're ready to go. Good morning. My name's Judy St. George, and I'm a member of the board. Welcome to worship here at CVUU, which stands for Coastal Virginia Unitarian Universalists. For those of you who are newcomers today, whether here in person or on Zoom, CVUU is a member congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association, a denomination that is part of a liberal religious tradition that goes back hundreds of years. CVUU offers an open door to all who recognize and honor our principles and the values from which they are derived: interdependence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, justice, and love, which is at the center of our values. These are values which call us to action and which make us accountable to one another. Here at CVUU, our commitment to the work we are called to do through these values is demonstrated in our mission, which is to provide a nurturing community, foster courageous spiritual growth, and inspire compassionate action. It is with that love and commitment that we welcome all of you, member, friend, visitor, and everyone in between, to worship at CVUU and be part of this journey with us. For the time being, for those who prefer to mask and who prefer to sit near other people who mask, we have set aside the balcony as mask-only seating during the worship service. This doesn't mean that people who want to mask can't sit wherever they want, but we want to be sure that people who want or need to mask can feel comfortable in our space. This is just one more way that we can be welcoming and inclusive to the many individuals who want to be an active part of this community. For those who want to sit in the balcony and do not have a mask with them, some masks have been placed up there for your convenience. And at this point, our elevator is not working, so you would have to take the stairs up there. Our minister, Reverend Viola Abbott, is away for most of the summer. Today we'll hear from CVUU member Kerry Kilburn, and her sermon topic is Journeys and Destinations, and we'll hear more about Kerry soon. Also joining us is music director Crystal Lennon, song leader Patricia Thompson, Bree Cahill with our middle message, and Paull, our worship associate. After the service, you are all invited to attend an in-person coffee hour in the social hall. Once again, thank you for being with us this morning, and we hope you will stay for the coffee hour.
Good morning. Good morning. Our opening words today are The Great Teachers in Life by Jason Cook. We seekers are on a quest to discover truth and meaning. Sometimes we think we've found it, wrapped up in glittering newness, straight off the intellectual assembly line. All the answers are right here for us and others, if they'd only listen. But truth has a way of coming in disguise, sometimes wearing rags and sometimes finery, but so often cloaked from our immediate sight. And sometimes that which we have rejected, that which we have let go of, or decided was only for others, but not us, can be our teacher. Let our time of worship be an acknowledgement of the never-ending journey toward truth and meaning, and our appreciation of those we learn from along the way.
Thank you, Kerry. Good morning. Unitarian Universalists worldwide begin their services by lighting a chalice. Today, our chalice will be lit by Miles. Miles is age 14 in ninth grade. He likes the Jetsons, old school, and Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir, called Miraculous, and there is no and. He's going to light the chalice. We got the words of the light of chalice lighting. If you would join me in the light of truth and the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share. Thank you, Miles. And now please rise in body or spirit and join Patricia Thompson with our opening hymn, We Are Climbing Jacob's Ladder.
We are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are climbing on. Every round goes higher, higher. Every round goes higher. Every round goes higher, higher. We are climbing on. If I stumble, will you help me? If I stumble, will you help me? If I stumble, will you help me? We are climbing on. Though the road is steep and rugged, though the road is steep and rugged, though the road is steep and rugged, we are climbing on.
And now let us enter into a moment of silence to mark this sacred space that we share. We'll now close our silence and honor the different faith journeys that we represent here in song.
All right, would the young and the young at heart like to come up? Anyone? I see two. Yeah. All right. All right. Miles, you got it? All right, so the sermon today is about journeys. Hi. Journeys and destinations. So I'm going to ask, who's been on a big journey? Yeah, we got some over here. I see some hands back.
Journey.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, what was the question?
You can tell me, have you been on, what's a big journey that you've been on, or you can tell me what a journey means to you.
Oh, I thought it was something different.
Okay. How about a trip? Like a big trip?
Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to camp this year.
You going to camp?
I'm going today.
Okay, where is it?
Triple R Ranch.
Ranch. So far, is it a far way away?
Not that much. It's just a few cities away.
All right. Oh, yeah.
What, Jimmy? What? What?
Yeah. All right. Anyone else want to share a journey or yeah? Miles?
I'm going to Bear City, Utah.
Oh, okay. Anybody else young at heart want to share a journey?
Maggie came all the way from Japan with me right before she was born, and she is getting ready to move all the way to California.
So a journey and a destination. Both are kind of different things. Sometimes you remember the journey, and sometimes the destination is more important. Can you think of a time that the journey meant more to you than the destination? Yeah? 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 You want to try one again?
Got that one.
Well, she didn't raise her hand. Okay. What's something that you've done to prepare for a journey? Yeah?
You pack your bags.
Yeah. You got to be prepared.
And you gotta grab all your supplies and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah. Journeys can be scary. They require a lot of getting ready, a lot of preparation. Yeah. Yes, Miles.
I get to see Micah when we go to Washington.
Yeah, that's going to be a time. The destination is going to be more fun for you than the journey.
Yeah, Micah's my favorite.
Anyone in the young of heart want to share a journey or something that you remember from a trip? Yeah. Oh.
So we just moved 2 years ago, and I have a 5-year-old son, and he did pretty good from Hawaii to here, like 6 hours nonstop. And we got to actually see family we haven't been able to see for like 5 years. So I have my sister visiting next weekend, so that's a plus.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, over here.
I went on a trip to Tower City, North Dakota, and I worshiped at St. Paul's Lutheran Church and survived.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So thank you all for coming up. Thank you for sharing stories and trips that you're going on. Thank you all. All right.
That's Bree, who I affectionately call Bree with 2 E's. Reverend Mark is off this week. Now comes the time in our service when we invite you to make financial gifts to benefit and sustain the ongoing ministry of this church. And the ministry of this church not only consists of what we do within these walls, both real and virtual, but what we do that extends beyond these walls as well. And one way we do that is through our generosity. Each month, we will share 50% of the money collected as the offering that is not designated as a pledge payment, and it is hoped that this will lead to greater connections and wider impact. I'm sure it will. And the organization we are giving to this month is our longtime friends at the Elizabeth River Project. If Susan Smith is here. Okay, all right. The Elizabeth River Project serves the 4 South Side cities, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, and Portsmouth, and they've worked the last 30 years to restore the Elizabeth River and her tributaries to health through education, action, and vision. The new and innovative Ryan Resilience Lab on North Colley Avenue increases opportunities for restoration for decades to come. Giving our time, talent, and treasure to the organizations that matter to us and that improve our lives and the lives of others is a spiritual practice for those of us who call ourselves Unitarian Universalists, and it is one we should not shy away from. More importantly, it is necessary to our survival. So if you wish to donate by cash or check, you may deposit your gift in the basket as it comes around. Or if you'd like to give electronically, the screen behind me will be providing a variety of ways that you can do that. And as that you set your intention for giving, we will listen to another musical selection. Your donations will be gratefully received. Thank you for your gifts to maintain our presence and our congregation, keep us moving forward. This morning's service is being led by Kerry Kilburn. Kerry is a retired Old Dominion University biology professor and martial arts instructor. After retiring, she returned to school and earned bachelor's degrees in art history and in photography and print media. Safe to say that you're a fan of education. She lives in Chesapeake, and she's entering her third year as a CVUU member. She enjoys reading, weaving, playing video games, volunteering her time and energy at CVUU, and learning. Kerry.
Good morning again. Can y'all hear me okay? All right, we're good. Now we're good. When I was working on my Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, not very long ago, I had several studio projects to complete each semester. With no background in the arts to begin with, and a strong type A perfectionist personality driving me, I would stress out over each and every one. Time and time again, my husband would try to help by reminding me that making good art is a process. Remember, he'd say, it's the journey, not the destination. Focused as I was on making work that would stand up to that of my classmates and that would win my teacher's approval, I never found that advice very helpful. We've all probably heard the metaphor of life as a journey, and I don't disagree with that idea. But what about destinations? Don't they matter? If they do, can they affect the journeys we take in life? And can they themselves be changed along the way? Do we set our destinations intentionally, or can they find us unexpectedly? And to what destinations do our UU values and principles lead us? And do those values and principles suggest the journeys we must take to reach them? I think destinations do matter. After all, another word for destination is goal. And don't we all set numerous goals for ourselves throughout our lives? They can range from the immediate, making a good dinner, to the long term, like mastering a musical instrument. Whoops, my pages are out of order. Hang on. Oh no, I just turned two at once. Okay, so they can be long term, like mastering a musical instrument. They can be easy or hard, simple or complex. Whatever they may be, each requires a process or a journey if we are to achieve them. So destinations large and small shape our journeys, both daily and over our lives. But our journeys can also shape our destinations. If our lives are in fact journeys, then surely we need resting places along the way. From these mini destinations, we can look back and reflect on the lessons we've learned, and so far to reassess where it is we want to go. Does our original destination still call us? Or have the lessons we've learned turned us toward a new one? Do we discover new purposes and set new goals? Or do we find we're called even more strongly to continue along the current road? Even when our goals are short-term and immediate, we can ask ourselves about next steps and future courses. We set many of our destinations intentionally. We set our sights on specific accomplishments and follow prescribed paths to achieve them. This skill set, that credential. These credentials, that job. This job, that lifestyle. Sometimes, though, destinations can find us, and quite serendipitously. I saw a post on social media that asked, "What is your profession and how did you get there?" That really made me pause a moment and think about my two professions, college professor and martial arts instructor. In both cases, my road was anything but straight and intentional. It took more than half a dozen seemingly random events just to get me to grad school, and it took even more to get me into a dojo. Finding CVUU, by the way, was the same, so yay for serendipity. I don't mean to suggest by any of this that journeys themselves don't matter. Of course they do. To begin with, taking a life journey is work. As the late Spanish poet Antonio Machado wrote, "Caminante no hay camino, se hace camino al andar." Traveler, there is no road. You make your road by walking. So at a minimum, we need the wherewithal to take that first step, and the next, and the one after that. For some of us, at least on some of our journeys, that's pretty easy. But the steps that are easy for one of us may be incredibly difficult for someone else. That's because, inevitably, our paths, whether short and direct or long and meandering, will include obstacles, and everyone's obstacles are different. That steep cliff that blocks the road for one person may be just another climb for someone else. Obstacles can be internal, like lack of self-confidence here, or fear of failure. Or they can be external, like financial problems, illness, or oppression. The ways in which we face and deal with those obstacles can teach us a lot about ourselves, and they can shape us as we internalize the lessons they hold. And of course, obstacles can shift both our paths and our destinations as we confront them. Accepting the lessons of our journeys is crucial if we are to grow as human beings. One of the hard things about life journeys is that we don't get do-overs. To quote Machado again, "Al andar se hace camino y al volver la vista atrás, se ve la senda que nunca se ha de volver a pisar. Caminante no hay camino, sino estelas en la mar." Traveler, you make your road. By walking, you make your road, and turning to look behind, you see the path you will never return to tread. Traveler, there is no road, only wakes upon the sea. We can't retrace our steps, go back to the beginning, and undo our mistakes. We can only look at our path thus far, learn from whatever obstacles and mistakes it contained, and move forward, step by step. We are fortunate as social animals that we get to learn and grow and make a better world for all of us by sharing our journeys and destinations with one another. That is what we do with the principles and values we share as Unitarian Universalists. If we believe in the inherent worth and dignity of every person, then surely we will conduct our own life journeys so as not to place obstacles in the paths of others. Indeed, we will work actively to remove the ones we find wherever they lie. If we promote justice, equity, and compassion in human relations, we don't determine life goals for others, but instead work to ensure that everyone has the capacity to set their own and to achieve them. If we are each engaged in a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, we will not denigrate the beliefs of others as they engage in their own searches, nor will we allow others to dictate our road. And if we share the goal of a world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all, we will share the lessons we learn along the way with others and let others share theirs with us. We will, in fact, follow the 8th principle and shape our own journeys to spiritual wholeness by working to build a diverse, multicultural, beloved community. We will do so by walking a path that leads us to dismantle racism and other oppressions, one in which we are accountable, not only to ourselves, but to our community. We can also look to the values that underlie our principles as guides to help us set new destinations and to shape the roads we take to achieve them. If we value interdependence, we will choose goals and pathways that protect the earth and living beings from exploitation. If we value pluralism, we will listen to the wisdom of people from other cultures, experiences, theologies. And we will use that wisdom as we consider how best to make our way and to what end. Setting and working toward the goal of ending racism and other oppressions, we demonstrate that we value justice. As we practice gratitude and find hope, we show generosity. By acknowledging that change is inevitable, and by being willing to change our journeys and destinations as it occurs, we live the value of transformation. So where does that leave us? We each take many journeys at the same time, towards destinations near and far. Sometimes we're on our own, and sometimes we walk with others. We will always face challenges, both as individuals and as communities. With effort, and yes, with luck, we can overcome them. As UUs, our destinations include the building of beloved community, something we work toward individually and collectively, and in ways small and large. That goal may seem too big for us to achieve, and the road too long to travel. But to paraphrase Lao Tzu, each journey begins with a single step. We just have to take that one, and another, and another. We will have many places to rest along the way, and many other achievements to celebrate as we travel. We may find the road shifting and changing as we go, but that's okay. It's the journey and the destination. Thank you.
You didn't see that sigh of relief that she turned. Well done. Thank you, Kerry. And now please rise again in body or spirit and join me in singing our closing hymn. Sing out praises for the journey. Number 295.
Sing out praises for the journey, pilgrims we who carry on, searchers in the soul's deep yearnings, like our forebears in their time. We seek out the Spirit's wholeness in the endless human quest. Look inside your souls, the kindling of the hearth fire pilgrims new. Find the Spirit always restless, minded in each mind and heart. Touch and hold that ancient yearning, kindling for a newfound truth. Stand we now upon the threshold, facing futures yet unknown. Hearth behind us, wayside hostel, built by those who knew wild roads. Guard we ere their sacred embers, carried in our minds and hearts.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you.
Up again. Our closing words are "There Are Miles Behind You" by Andrew Pakula. There are miles behind you and many more ahead as you journey on toward wholeness. May all that is good and true guide your way. May the joy of love lighten every step, and the miracle that is life be ever in your sight.
As Miles comes down to extinguish the chalice, I will say the words for extinguishing the chalice, which will be shown on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.